November brings us to the skill of multiplying by 0 and 1. So we want all students by the end of that month to be able to multiply by 0 and 1. We're going to actually warm up by doing a game with money. And the reason for this is it's kind of reviewing counting by fives and counting by tens. So it also brings money back into third grade because they haven't really done much with money since second grade. So the way this works is you kind of spread these out. They hopefully know what a dime, nickel, and penny is. If not, you can kind of put one on or tell them ahead of time, like, this is dime, this is nickel, this is penny. And then each person gets one of these little half sheets. And it's a very quick game. It only has 3 turns total. So the idea here is that every student gets the dice, and you just go in order around the table. They roll it one time, and they can choose either dimes, nickels, or pennies. And then in the next turn, they have to choose one of the 2 they didn't. So I'll show you. So if I got a 3, I'm thinking I might just do pennies. And then it goes to the next person's turn. After everyone has one round, then it goes back to the first person again. Here I got a 5. So now I'm thinking, do I want dimes or nickels? Because in the end, I want to have the most money possible. That's how we win. So I'm going to do dimes because that's a fairly high number and I only have 1 roll left. So again, we're doing counting by tens here. And then everyone goes, and then the last roll is going to be whatever they have left. So I got a 4. So now I have 4 nickels. Now, you're going to have them count their money, and whoever has the highest is the winner of the round. Play 1 round as your warm-up. That's it. But what's nice is they're counting by tens, counting by fives, and then counting on with pennies. So that's the warm-up. Real fun. The kids absolutely love it for some reason. Kids begged me to play this game, which is good. Then what we're going to be bringing back are our frogs and lily pads. And the reason for that is 0 and 1 is so tricky for students. A lot of the times we'll have them, you give them a flashcard like 0 times 5, they say 5, then they say 0, then they say 5, and they're just not sure. So we're going to practice building it so it really solidifies what 0 and 1 mean conceptually. So if you have 5 times 1, it would be 5 lily pads with one frog on each lily pad. So again, you can have one student building the expression. The rest of the students with the dry erase board are writing what they think the answer is. And this just shows that 5 times 1 is 5. Then you can switch it around and say, okay, let's do 1 times 5. And then have the student do 5 here and only 1 lily pad, and they can see the commutative property. When you're doing 0, it's real fun. It's either going to be 0 lily pads, so 0 times 1, that means no lily pads, or 1 times 0, which means no frogs. So then eventually you can just be putting out flashcards and having them build it. You can have them draw it on a dry erase board. If they don't have the lily pads in front of them, you can have them just put the product, but really be giving each person a turn with the frogs and lily pads so that they are building it 0 and 1. And then the other option is to use the array flashcards of 0 and 1. These are funny because obviously there's nothing. So I kind of like the idea of covering it, the visual, because they're used to seeing the visual on the other ones. So sometimes I'll just have this covered and I'll say, what is 0 times 7? And if they say 7, I'll be like this. Because obviously there is nothing times 7, so there is nothing, it's 0. And then the ones are nice because they're just simply very simple, like showing 1 row of 8, 1 row of 7. So it gives them the visual connected to the equation. And then just at the end of the month, check and see how are they doing when you mix together zeros and ones. Are they able to always say 0 or always say 4, 7, 8? So check those with flashcards and hopefully they're good to go.